Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. It's a fine Monday afternoon. Happy to report we pre-recorded episode 1000 over the weekend. No problems, no issues, which is why we do shit like that, Dan. The Hillary Clinton live tattoo went down live on the show. Shout out to Will XX from San Antonio. Way to time it up. Holy shit, was that guy fast.
Yeah, he's a real pro.
He's a real pro.
Yeah.
It was a fun show. We had a bunch of HardAF seltzers, and we saw someone get a tattoo. It's the size of my hand. It's not a small tattoo.
No, it's big.
It's a big boy tattoo, and it's a portrait. It's a full portrait of Hillary Clinton. That will air next Sunday night because we've got March Madness this week, and we're doing a live preview of the March Madness tournament. You can fill out your brackets on Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is free to join. It's a private group. Just don't be an asshole. That's the only rules. And this year we are giving away a signed jersey from the legend, Bill Walton. And it is his college jersey. It is his UCLA championship jersey. So
if you run water through the jersey, there's a good chance you'll get some LSD out of it, to be honest. That dude was like fucking chugging acid like it was going out of business back then.
Man, a lot of acid from that guy. A lot of acid. With this whole Ukraine-Russia thing, I feel like we're on acid watching this go down. Depending upon what news outlet you're watching, everybody's kind of running selected videos. So the two that I saw today, before we get into the China-Russia sitch, is the first one where they bombed a maternity ward. And that picture that was going around of the pregnant woman on the stretcher.
She's dead.
Yes.
And her child is dead as well, yeah.
And that they reported that today. It's one of those things where you're like, dude, I hope this isn't real. And it is real. We've got friends over there. Is Tim in Dakota still over there?
I don't know.
Okay. So if they're there, maybe they'll come back and be on the show and tell us about it. We do know some people are just showing up and helping, which is rad. The other video that I saw today was one of the Klitschko brothers. And he was listed as a mayor.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Kiev, right?
Kiev, yeah, Kiev.
Is he really?
Yeah.
So he
Not
made
Vladimir. What's the other guy's name?
Yeah, it's his brother. I'll look it up real quick.
Vitaly
yeah.
Klitschko.
Yeah.
He made a video today that's been circulating, and he walked up to a building right after it was bombed a few hours ago and just shot kind of a live feed video of what was going on. It goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of this, where this war is on social media, and you're getting live images and videos from the ground of this moments after it happens. I'm not sure how this is going to shake out with the Klitschko brothers in there. I mean, they're so famous. Do they stay and fight to the end?
The end is nigh. So if you're only watching Western media, then you think that Ukraine the ghost of Kiev has killed 3,000 people by himself. Dude doesn't exist, by the way. You think a lot of stupid things that aren't true. The fact is, as I've said before, we've been judging this conflict based on 21st century warfare that the United States has conducted, and that is not how Russia fights. They've been fighting the way that they fight, and it is oftentimes a war of attrition where it takes time to get assets into place. And also, there's a goal behind the way they're fighting. They're not just trying to take and dominate the entire country. They're trying to peel off certain parts of it. So the new thing that's popping up in the news media is Russia asking China for military and financial support.
Yeah. Now, is that true?
Certainly is true, yeah, that they're asking. Whether or not they'll get it, TBD. I don't know that it's going to be necessary because my understanding from people who have been actually involved in some of the back channel shit say that, excuse me, that Zielinski has cooled on the idea of joining NATO. He feels like NATO doesn't even want him there, so he's looking to negotiate a deal that keeps them out of Russian control and gets some of his land back, basically. That's going to be the next step, and it'll probably take like 2 weeks for that, depending.
2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from that meeting?
Well, I don't know when the meeting happened, but I would say 2 weeks from today.
Okay. Because my next question would be this, is if China does give military equipment and aid to Russia, wouldn't that be considered a world war at this point? Because I don't know that anybody...
No.
But could you just sit back and let that happen?
Yeah, we're not at war with Russia.
We're not at war with Russia, but if China were to step in, that's a pretty bold move. Would we step in then and give...
Why is China giving Russia support a bold move when we're giving Ukraine support?
Well, are we? So
yes.
that was my follow-up here, was that.
Yes.
If we are, and both sides are supporting each other from different countries at this point, technically, isn't that a world war then? I mean...
It's a Cold War world war, but, I mean, because it's a proxy battle still. Like, there's a major element that Russia is involved in it, but it's still, from our perspective, a proxy battle for both China and the United States, which are the real military powers. Russia is not a military power.
Okay, and my other question is, seeing these videos, especially from Klitschko today, why haven't they still just not jammed all communications in and out of there?
Maybe they don't have the tech.
Russia?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
It seems weird, right?
That would imply that they're not getting technical support from China right now.
Because being able to get your message out there and showing these images from the ground is extremely powerful, at least a response from around the world. So it'll cause probably, and this is just a guess, it'll probably cause more sanctions from other countries that aren't the United States, where these images, once you look at them, especially that pregnant woman on the stretcher, will be too big for countries to ignore that haven't gotten into the fray yet, as far as sanctions go.
Well, it's just white people getting killed, so the left doesn't care yet.
They're
pretending to care, but if like a person of color were to die, then it's on, because that's what they care about. As a matter of fact, the Air Force Air Force Command held an inclusion meeting 2 days ago.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
They're trying to promote equity within the ranks. Equity is a Marxist term for it's race Marxism. That's what it is. Yeah, and the Air Force just did that. So, it's really important for people to be aware of what their government's doing and critical of it. I saw a good meme this weekend, and it said, it's weird how the government robs me once a year and then uses the money to finance shit that I find morally reprehensible.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Back to your comment about the white war. Joy Reid actually said that over the weekend from MSNBC.
Yeah.
She said that people only care because it's white people there.
Now, people care because Russia has nuclear weapons. That's why they care.
Right.
Yeah, if Macedonia was invading Albania, no one would give a hot fuck.
No. If South Africa invaded England, maybe we'd care because England's got nukes.
So does South Africa.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're nuclear power.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna fact check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, fact check that, Bob, just in case.
I want them to have nukes. I want everybody to have nukes. I want you to have them.
You want Bob to have them?
No, you.
Oh, me, yeah. I'd love
Bob
to
can't
have
be
them.
trusted.
South Africa is the only African nation to have nuclear weapons.
Bob would use them
shit.
against. Bob would use them to defend his baby against Delco, and I think that's unfair.
Yeah.
Then we would have to give them both nukes, and then they would have to have the annual changing of the guard ceremony, the border ceremony between India and Pakistan. Have you ever seen that shit before? It's so fucking funny. It's supposed to be like a display of masculinity and military prowess and shit, but really all they do is like stomp the yard.
Yeah.
And big ass, they've got like these helmets that have this big ass fucking feathery thing on it. It's ridiculous.
Big fan of Stomp the Yard. Big fan.
I don't even know that I could tell you who was in that movie.
I actually appreciate it when countries have stop making their uniforms after a certain year. Like they just it's 1842 and they're just like, this is it. Our dress uniform does not change.
Well, the Army actually is going back to the old pink and greens, which look pretty dope.
The World War II ones? Yeah, those are fucking
I don't know why we would have ever moved on from those. Those are the best uniforms we ever had.
Yeah.
The Marine Corps hasn't changed theirs ever, I don't think. They always have good. Anyways, China, the United States has certainly told China that if they start sending weapons or supplies out in the open, that any of their institutions would get sanctioned as well, and they can't. Their economy cannot survive without us buying their shit. Like Russia can sell its oil, to these other fucking countries as long as they're not doing too much fucked up shit. But if China is not selling its wares to the United States, they're kind of fucked. So it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Some of the other images that are floating around right now, Zielinski visits injured troops in the hospital and giving out medals. I don't know if you can pull up that picture, Bob. Just type in Zielinski in the hospital with the troops. Because as these images are floating around and the more and more media coverage he starts to gain, this still bleeds into this, folk hero type narrative for Zielinski. And he knows what he's doing on social media. I will say that. He's been very, very smart about this war so far on the social media front, which is important. Obviously, the White House thought it was important enough to call fucking 20 TikTok stars or 30 or whatever the fuck it was. Social media has become a big deal to try to sway people to get them on your side. Yeah, put that there you go. So he's been taking selfies with some of the troops in the hospital and giving out medals. And the media, American media, loves this. I mean, they're running with it and going out everywhere. I think partially, too, it's because they were attacked, and they obviously didn't attack Russia. And people look at that as like, oh, hey, they were just minding their own business, and they got bombed. We should do something.
Yeah, I mean, to some degree that's true, but that's not really it's not on us.
I agree.
To do that.
I agree. And a lot of the media, especially the left media, is saying, we should do something. Look at all these images. It's like, should we? You didn't want to do anything in Afghanistan.
Fight your own fucking war.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this bullshit, man. I'm tired of fighting other people's wars for them because they never appreciate it. Like they're like, hey, we need help. We're trying to become a democracy. And then you go over there and fight for them, and you leave, and they just start doing the same fascist shit that was being done before. Like Zielinski is a fascist piece of shit. I'm tired of this shit. Fuck
what if there was
guys.
money on the line? Like it was like a tournament or something, right? And we got, I don't know, $2 billion in it. Would that be worth it if countries started offering up money?
$2 billion? No.
What do you think that number would be?
Probably $5 trillion, because that's what it cost us in Iraq, and that's what it cost us in Afghanistan.
For the full 20 years?
Yeah.
No shit.
Well, no, it was more. It was about 8 for Afghanistan, but I think, or for Iraq rather. But yeah, it's $5 trillion is a good number to start at.
And Ukraine doesn't have anything near that, right?
No.
No.
Nope.
I wonder if Russia does.
No.
No? China?
I don't know what Russia's
China's got it.
China, sure, yeah.
China for sure.
Let's see what Russia's GDP is. 1.48 trillion. So no.
Okay. Next up, NATO's. They have the first country calling for the no-fly zone. Why is a no-fly zone so important, and why does that seem like the key phrase in media right now?
Well, it's for 2 reasons. One, having air superiority gives you a very good chance of winning any conflict. That's day one stuff. Like that's why it was so stupid that Biden evacuated Bagram Air Base before we got our people out. That was a big deal. And also why the Afghan National Army folded so quickly, because they didn't have the air assets that they had the entire time during that conflict. The other reason is because instituting a no-fly zone is a fucking immediate step towards war, and that's what these people want. They're sending in supply lines. This is happening just like World War II, by the way. So United States wasn't involved in World War II. Then we started sending ships full of weapons, money, and supplies over to Great Britain. And the Germans obviously discovered that and started sinking those ships. The next step was the Germans convinced the Japanese to fucking light us up. And the rest is history, right?
Well, we sanctioned Japan.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what kind of really pushed them towards us.
We sanctioned them because of their affiliation with Germany, and we also knew that attack was coming. Maybe not exactly when and where, but where else would it be except for the closest place to them?
I think the Philippines was the number. Like we were like, they're going to take Manila because we were posted up there. Wasn't
China already down there, or Japan rather was already down there?
They attacked the Philippines the same day they attacked Pearl Harbor.
I see,
but we assumed that because we had a huge military presence there from the Spanish-American War.
MacArthur was down there, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, this is playing out in the same way. Like a war that we have nothing to do with happens. And all these moralistic crusaders, who, by the way, are not going to pick up a gun and go fight themselves, start chanting for war, and they try to figure out ways to get us into it. That's what FDR did. FDR allowed that attack on Pearl Harbor to happen so we could get into the war.
He knew?
We had intelligence that it was going to happen, yeah, like I think a week and a half in advance. But that's the way it is. So
are you of the conspiracy theory that we sent our aircraft carriers out because we knew they were more important than the battleships?
No, but I mean, honestly, it is a fact that we knew in advance of that attack, at least some time. So that does support that claim. But who knows? You can't get inside of somebody's mind, but it does seem rather fishy to me. And the point of all that is that we're fucking, like, Biden's like, we're not going to send military support. But we are. We already have. Mm-hmm. And Poland and a couple other countries are, like, I'm pretty sure a support convoy got hit this morning and destroyed.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So, technically speaking, regardless of the fact that Ukraine is an active war zone and Russia is the invading party in that scenario, if Poland, which is a NATO country, decides to ship whatever it is, weapons, money, food, hospital supplies, whatever it is, into the country and they get hit with an airstrike, that technically triggers Article 5 of the NATO Charter, which is to say we have to then respond militarily to that, technically. And that's what they want to do.
Mark Badar in the chat here saying, my son is not worth any of their money. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. And, as of now, because I'm with you, why go the fuck over there? That's somebody else's war. Not our fucking problem. Unless they start invading other countries, then that becomes a goddamn problem. But you say they don't think they're going to do it, like take over Belarus or Poland or anything?
They already own Belarus.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, Belarus is a fucking puppet regime. But the rest, I doubt it. I think they got what they want. They want Luhansk and what's the other place?
Donetsk or something like that.
I think it's Donetsk. Luhansk is where the largest natural gas reservoir in the entire region is, and they control that right now. I'm pretty sure that within the next 2 weeks, Zielinski's going to negotiate a surrender or a cease. They'll call it a ceasefire, but what it is surrender. And it'll be the way they'll frame it is, well, there's a lot of ethnic Russians in those areas, and they want to keep that territory. And I mean, we don't want to fucking have any more of our people die, because the majority of the people that live there want to be with Russia anyway. So that's probably what's going to happen.
Okay.
But who knows? I mean,
it should be noted too that what's the guy's name? Navalny.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who Putin's tried to murder and
a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah. He also believes that Crimea should be Russian, and he's Putin's biggest critic because it's ethnically Russian, because the Soviets moved a bunch of Russians there.
I mean, yeah. Why do you want to? Well, there were a bunch there before too, but why? Like, from the perspective of Ukraine, aside from just having access to the water, and you still do technically on the western side of your country.
Yeah.
Like, if you keep fighting, you're not going to even have that. I think it would be the smart move for them to do that. Yeah, and just like take Crimea off the table permanently.
Yeah, no, it's a really popular Russian position.
Yeah,
that they want Crimea. They don't necessarily want to invade all of Ukraine or anything like that, but Crimea is weirdly a different situation.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Cream Pie Jessica, I watched a lot of the 90 Day Fiance with the people from Ukraine, so this is really hitting hard for her. Jessica, we feel you on that one, okay? That's a big boy show, and we understand what's going on. One story that keeps getting sent to us here in the last 48 hours, and I'll ask you because you're on his show virtually weekly at this point, is Tucker Carlson.
Right.
I don't know how reliable the news site motherjonesis.com.
Do you know what Salon is?
Yes, I do.
It's like 1,000 meters left of that. Yeah, Mother Jones is fucking bullshit.
So we keep getting sent this and then being tagged on Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff. So we'll address it and I'll ask you about it. Allegedly, there was a leaked memo from Russian media saying it is essential to feature Tucker Carlson. The exact quote is, "It is essential to use as much as possible fragments of broadcast of the popular Fox News host Tucker Carlson, who sharply criticizes the actions of the United States and NATO, their negative role in unleashing the conflict in Ukraine, and defiantly provocative behavior from the leadership of Western countries and NATO towards the Russian Federation and towards Putin.
So what are you supposed to do? Not report the reality of the situation because it might agree with the Russian talking point? Like, what if? I mean, it's not okay that they're fucking invading a country, and it's definitely not okay that they're firing on civilian positions. But that doesn't mean that all the other stuff he's saying isn't true. Mm-hmm. Like, we can't tell the truth because it might look bad. That is not an acceptable answer to me. And these people are fucking cowards. Like, they're afraid of what it might look like to say what's real. You know what I mean? Because you might be lumped in with somebody else. If I recall, before the 2012 election, Osama bin Laden was reported to say that he wanted Obama to get reelected. Yeah. So what? He's a terror? No, man. To be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and that's the issue I have, too, with people coming after Trump's comments. Like, it is a smart move from Putin. If you want to steamroll these countries and you have the capability to do it, fuck. Again, we have weak leadership in office right now. Nobody's going to stop him from here. So
well, now we're getting bombed by Iran as well, right?
So is that real? So I saw the Terrorist Whisperer post something, and he had tagged the empty missiles that when he was on the show he had posted. Is any of that real?
Yes,
it is.
One of our facilities in Erbil, Iraq, got hit.
Okay, and what's the significance of that?
The significance is it's Iran seeing how we'll respond. So when they tried to fuck around with Trump, he killed Soleimani. Mm-hmm. And then they fired a couple of rockets, and we were like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Now they're firing what's effectively a salvo across our bow, which is a warning shot, for lack of a better phrase, and just to see what we'll do. And Biden's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And then they're going to fucking do something else. I mean, my guess is Iran doesn't want to go, they don't want to go heads up war with anybody, but what they will do is start funding operations in Syria again and start fucking funding Hezbollah again. That'll be their move if they know that nobody's going to fucking do anything about it. And we'll start seeing more transnational terrorism at the lower level like we saw in the early 2000s.
And the latest thing here, this is just a moment ago here, is the Russian embassy has retweeted Candace Owens accusing American government of appalling treatment of Russians. I'll read this tweet to you and get your thoughts on it. She said, "It's absolutely appalling the way Russians are being treated in America and abroad, that our leaders in government institutions are allowing for, and at times calling for this discrimination following their global Black Lives Matter hysteria is quite telling. Russian lives matter." If you're not in the country of Russia and you don't support the war, what's the big fucking deal, I guess?
I mean, so Facebook issued a statement saying that they were going to allow, Facebook and Instagram were going to allow basically people to say that they hope Russian people die. Mm-hmm. Because whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's been made, the point's been made by I don't really care for Candace Owens, to be honest. I think she's just kind of she was a liberal like 3 or 4 years ago and changed because for money. That's it. Like, she's just a fucking actor, in my opinion. But it is true that a people are not their government. And there's a story that we talked about last week. Are sanctions actually hurting us? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If the hope is that the Russian people start holding their elected officials accountable, which they're not really elected, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To empower the Russian people. I'm not entirely sure that seizing their assets and putting them out of work and making them even more dependent on their government is the right solution to that. Like, there's a way to sanction without it, coming down to the point where regular people are being the most affected by it. Because the government of Russia can just go to China and get money, like maybe, if they're willing to do that. The people in Russia that are trying to buy food and shit can't. Just say, hey, China, they turned off my fucking stuff, bro. You know what I mean?
But is all of that in hopes of the Russian people getting together to potentially try to overthrow their government or protest or
maybe,
or
but
stop the war?
That's stupid. That is a very myopic view of how the Russian system of government works. How much authority do you think even the collective will of the population over there has versus oligarchs? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to sanction all the oligarchs and they're doing that to some degree, that's probably a smart move. That's probably a smart move.
Yeah, they're having problems hiding their yachts.
Yeah,
over there.
but laying down sanctions at the level where everyday Russian people, who, by the way, aren't too thrilled about what's happening here, are getting fucking hammered by it, I'm not sure that's a great idea, honestly. I don't know. I'm not sure how it has anything to do with the BLM movement, though. Like, she just says stuff. And it's like, oh, that's quippy, and like, but does it actually make any sense? Probably not.
So you won't be on Candace Owens anytime soon, is what I'm taking away from this?
No. Not a fan. But that's nothing new.
I bet she would have you on, actually.
Maybe.
For an intelligent conversation.
No, she doesn't like that. She just wants to talk over people and talk really fast. And if you don't immediately, somebody's talking really fast to me, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me think about that, because it's more important that my answer is right and thoughtful than it is quick. She cares about quick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's that culture. I don't give a shit about that. She's an internet fucking actor and nothing more.
Yeah, I don't get a chance to listen to her at all because she's behind a paywall now. So.
Yeah, and I can't imagine why anybody would pay to hear that.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. She does big boy numbers.
It's because people don't give a shit about what's right or wrong. They just want to have their own biases confirmed and then distilled down to a level where they can repeat them. Mm-hmm. That's what they want. People want to be fucking fed so they can spit that shit back out. I don't respect that at all.
And I probably like hearing it from a black chick, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's tokenism for sure.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it wasn't me that said it, it was a black lady. Like, oh, cool, man, thanks. That's super fucking helpful. Like, as much as she goes on about BLM, she's leaning on that just as much, so not really interested in her.
No, not at all. Our boy Jussie Smollett, who went to jail, just got put into a psych ward. I know we were cockteasing.
I thought he said he wasn't suicidal.
I know.
Didn't he yell that in the courtroom on his way out?
So his brother is saying he's not suicidal. This doesn't make any sense. And his statement from jail was, they put me here because I'm black. So that's what Jussie is going with now. That guy, how is he getting statements out from fucking prison? By the way, to back up your Instagram and Facebook story here, Russia actually shut down Instagram in their country as of midnight over the weekend. So they don't have Instagram anymore.
I mean, to be honest, we should probably do that too.
I know, right?
Wouldn't that be dope?
If they just shut down Facebook, it'd be so great. The only one I would miss is YouTube, to be honest with you. I watch a lot of shit on YouTube.
Somebody will recreate YouTube.
I hope. We've been saying that for years, though, and nobody's done it.
Yeah, but I mean, if in its absence, somebody would recreate it. You can't compete with YouTube now because it's owned by Google, and they benefit it quite a bit in their search engine, their SEO and stuff. So you can't really compete with that.
Okay. We got some sponsors who pay for this shit wagon to be on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off the bundle package. Bob, bring up Ghostbed's website real quick so we can take a little peek-sees at it. Ghostbed.com, that adjustable base and that mattress, you sandwich them together, that's a fucking evening. Me and my wife like to jack that thing up to book mode or TV mode, depending upon what we're watching. Last night I was reading Joshua Peck's new book. He's going to be on the show on Wednesday to chat about that. From Drake and Josh, dude. Let's go. Let's fucking go. There we go. 30% off all mattresses. And this week, there it is right there. You can keep it up there. Boom. This week, you get 30% off all mattresses and 2 free luxury pillows. It's March Madness out in the streets. And it's March Madness in the sheets at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. You get 30% off if you just want a mattress or pillows by themselves or sheets or whatever. Fill up the cart full of all the items. You can get 30% off at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. And for all of 2022, they've got a 60-month pay-as-you-go program at no interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So hop on that right away. Next up, we got expressvpn.com/drinkinbros. Talking about getting our data hacked, talking about all of the things, but we're not talking about watching Netflix without using some ExpressVPN. Come on, dude. It's like going in a casino, being able to play on all the slot machines. Why not treat yourself like that? The big money's somewhere else, dude. Yeah. Let's go.
And if you're in Russia, you can use it to get on Facebook, I guess.
Yeah, you can use it to get on Facebook, Instagram, all of the things. And then you can watch Netflix from like 80 different countries, because all the shit is different, by the way. And I didn't know that until ExpressVPN hit us up, and they were like, hey, dude, let the people know. And I was like, really? We can get some of the cool fucking BBC shit over there? Because those dramas, by the way, a lot of them, what people don't realize, a lot of their cool shows just get remade into American shit. They dumb it down a little bit, but a lot of it's coming from over there.
Yeah.
How does ExpressVPN unblock content? It lets you change your online location. That's how. Control where you want to watch Netflix or other streaming websites to think you're located. For us, look, we've had this for, I don't know, 3 years at this point. Best in the biz, blazing fast speeds. You can stream in HD with zero buffering. It's compatible with everything you got. So if you got an iPhone or a laptop, desktop, expressvpn.com/drinkinbros just goes across all of it. It's a seamless app that just runs in the background of all of your electronic devices. And they have servers in 94 different countries. Like I said, it works with that BBC iPlayer, YouTube, and more. So be smart. Stop paying full price for streaming services and get access for a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/drinkinbros. Don't forget to use our link at expressvpn.com/drinkinbros to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Next up, D'Anthony. Who do we got in the old queue today? DraftKings. That's right. Brackets are out, dude. It's time. It is time to start picking your winners in March Madness. College basketball fans can join the action on the court during the biggest tournament of the year with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your team's victory into your own big win. New customers can bet $5 on any team to win, and you get $200 in free bets if they do. It's that simple. If they win, you win. That's it. Who's your easiest, Bob, your first round matchup? You guys host the college basketball show for us, Under the Rim, on Drinkin' Bros Sports. Easiest first round matchup that people could win $200 off a $5 bet on DraftKings. What would you say?
What do you mean, like other than like a 1 beating a 16?
Yeah, dude. But who's the easiest 1 versus 16 to do that? Because the 16 has 1.
All of them? I mean, Gonzaga and Arizona are like the murderers.
I'd go.
I'll take Gonzaga.
I'll go Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I'll go Gonzaga. So go to DraftKings, bet Gonzaga for $5, and then you'll win $200. I think that's the easiest way to do it. That's the easiest win of the first round. All you have to do is join a pool and answer questions like who will make it to the next round, who will hit the most three-pointers. Then you can track your results. Everyone can play for free in their pools all March long for a shot at a share of over $250,000 in prizes. So that's free.
We got to do this on the sports show next.
I know.
Because the 5-12 matchup is the one where at least one every single tournament, there's an upset, right?
Okay.
So we'll have to look and see who those 5-12 matchups are. I mean, one of them is Connecticut and New Mexico State.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to look, but Houston and UAB, that one,
that's
dangerous.
I wasn't in love with the 12-5s this year.
No, it's 4-13s are the new 5-12s.
Really?
We'll see. I mean, that's never happened before.
It has.
Yeah, it has.
When?
It's happened.
I mean, it's happened before, but it's not been like a long-term trend like 5-12 has.
5-12 is the sexier like long-term trend.
Yeah,
but there's
5-12 is a
plenty
little
of
too public.
Yeah, it
if you ask
is,
me.
yeah.
You got to
fade
calm down.
5-12s.
You got to calm down.
No, I like that energy. You keep it for the next show.
I will. I'm vibing right now. Keegan's tied for the lead.
Is he really? Yeah. We got money on Keegan. We give him a lot of.
Everyone was chirping at me this weekend, being like, "Your picks suck." Guess what, motherfuckers? Keegan Bradley's tied for the lead.
We got a lot of money on this shit, dude. All of us in the office too. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code BROS. That is BROS. Jesus. When I can't spell bros, I should probably just go ahead and put the headphones
Suicide,
down.
probably.
Yeah. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code BROS. Bet $5 on any college hoops team to win and get $200 in free bets if they do. If they win, You win with promo code BROS this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 years and over. Restrictions apply on that one. Last but not least, HardAFSeltzer.com. Dude, everybody got it before.
I'm drinking it now.
No.
We got 12 cases in earlier, but they weren't cold yet, so I had to put some ice in.
Put some ice in it. I'm trying to fucking rehab. I got some liquid IV in mine for the weekend. I had like 8 of those yesterday. So all of the boxes, all the cases showed up over the weekend. And friends, family, all that stuff wanted it for St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, dude, it'll be there. And it was. And I got accidentally rocked yesterday. It was a nice Sunday afternoon where I was like, oh, man, did I have fucking 5 of these? I did. Go to HardAFSeltzer.com today. Order yours. They ship all across the country. And we're working on new flavors. So get these flavors first before the new batch comes out here in a couple months with some hot new flavors. That way you can always taste the goodness there and decide what your favorite is. Because we are going out in bomber cans, and we'll need your help picking those out as far as flavors go. And we got some new flavors in the mix that are coming soon. Go to HardAFSeltzer.com today and enjoy the magic of it. The magic. Next up, the metaverse is starting to get a lot more people and investors involved in this goddamn thing. I can't get behind it. I don't know what the long play is. So Robert Iger is considered the greatest executive to run a studio of all time. He ran Disney for years and years and years, but he retired. And everybody was kind of wondering what he was going to do next. He's joined the board of the startup that offers tools to create and sell virtual goods in this metaverse. How much money is there for this shit? Are they just targeting kids, I guess? Because I'm not...
There's enough money that Fortnite has never charged for its software.
Ever.
So
what are they making money off of? Forgive me, I've never played Fortnite.
So skins, the whatever your character looks like, different packs that include like commemorative items and weapons and all kinds of stupid shit like that. Status, which people pay quite a bit for, maybe more so than any of the other things, oddly enough. Things like that. It's all upcharges.
Emotes where their character dances.
Emotes. Like a fucking 5-second animation where your character does the 2C slide or whatever.
Okay.
Was one of them. And that's like $3.
Shit.
And 100,000 people buy it.
That's crazy. Giorgio, let me ask you this personally.
What's up?
Are they going to start licensing music to dance to, like TikTok and shit like that? Would that be the next step? Because I think it would help musicians and artists for sure if they did shit like that. And the money went into the musicians' pockets and then, obviously...
I could see that because, it's pretty easy to churn something like that out now, very quick. So say a new song came out or a dance got popular on TikTok. The owner of that song... It'd be hard with the choreography of the dance. This is something that's been kind of going on for a while. Could then possibly license that to, say, a Fortnite or any other game to use. I think the copyright infringement around dancing right now and dance moves is kind of hard, so there's not really an avenue to make payments there. But for music, for sure. Any of the songs that are inside any of the games are either through the player that you play yourself or stuff that they've licensed. So you can listen to your own music while playing the game and kind of mix in and mix out how much volume you want of each.
Gotcha.
There's been a feature that's been on kind of game consoles for a while, which probably has limited the ability for the music industry to capitalize on gaming.
Well, didn't somebody sue for a copyright of a dance in one of those games?
It was probably a Fortnite dance or something like that. Yeah, I think there was a headline going around about that, which sparked my comment of it's so hard to copyright that.
Yeah.
To say I'm the first person to do this dance and then file a claim suit, they're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the
The reason I find this story so odd, so Iger's 71 years old. He doesn't make moves like this unless there is gigantic money potentially behind this. And the fact that he's doing it at 71, clearly he thinks this is the future here. Because I'm surprised he'd even do anything at this point. So this one company here is called Genies, and it was founded in 2017 by Akash Nagam. He's a 29-year-old entrepreneur. The company has raised $100 million in funding already. That's fucking mind-altering to me. Because we're meeting with investors for the Seltzer and all that shit. $100 million is mind-altering.
It's a lot of money.
I was watching that's Super Pumped, which just started airing about the head of Uber, the guy who invented Uber.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's on HBO. I'm through the first 2 episodes. They just launched the first 3. I think it's just going to be like a limited series where it's 1 season, it's 1 and done. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in it. But looking at the numbers for that thing, at one point, because Uber's in 600 cities, their total investment was $100 billion with a B. That's fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
That you could make $100 billion. But Uber did. Local hometown hero here, Kyle Chandler's on that show too.
I don't know who Kyle Chandler is.
One of the best actors in the biz. Pull up a picture of Kyle Chandler, Bob.
Is he from Supernaturals or something?
Coach Taylor.
It's Coach Taylor
in
from
Friday
Friday
Night
Night
Lights.
Lights. You'll know him as
Dripping
soon as
Springs resident.
Yeah,
is.
he's
Oh yeah, I know
lives
him.
here.
He was.
I see him at my wife sees him at Home Depot like every other week.
He's a great actor.
It's fucking awesome. There he is.
There he is,
Pop him
for
up on screen. There he
people
is.
at home.
Look at that guy.
He's on. We're moving to Dripping Springs, and he's like near the top of my wife's like list.
Hall pass.
Hall pass
Go
list.
to Home Depot, you'll see him.
Yeah.
He must do a lot around the house. My wife came home, Jessie came home, and she was just like, saw Kyle Chandler at Home Depot. You weren't there. I was like, yeah. I'm not real handy, and I'd rather just pay somebody to do that. And she's like, well, Kyle Chandler's not paying anyone. I was like, well, he's a better man than me.
He's actually helping out with Rob's new house
Is he?
already.
Yeah.
Just coming around saying hi, seeing things fixed.
Well, it's weird. He does some work. I don't know. My wife says he's a pipe layer. I haven't seen him really with gloves on or anything.
It's weird that you're getting to that before the demolition.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But she was like, "You don't understand how laying pipe works," and I'm like, "Well, I guess I don't. I guess I don't know how to lay." Yeah.
Did you get a DNA test on that baby? I mean, it does look like you.
It does. Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
The pipes are already in your house, and it's just, oh, man, I don't really understand.
I'm no architect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he's a great father, too. So,
Yeah, so he can parent your kids after.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
look, your kid will be in good hands.
Although that kind of almost cock blocks Delco. Like, wasn't he planning on cucking, like dad cucking you?
Yeah. He was like gonna leave me to change the diapers while he like taught him how to play sports and got his love and stuff like that.
Take him to a prostitute. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We joke about it, but, dude, Pete Davidson just cucked Kanye yesterday. Did you see those text messages? Whew.
Yeah, everybody involved in that situation is a pathetic piece of shit, by the way. Every single person that's involved in that.
Look, his dad died in 9/11.
Except for
No.
the kids. I don't give a shit where his dad died. That doesn't entitle you to be a fucking cunt your whole life.
It's crazy, dude. So, Bob, if you can pull it up, he sent Kanye a picture. I guess Kanye said, "Where you at?" And Pete Davidson said, "I'm in bed with your wife,"
Oh no, that's not real.
and took a selfie and posted it.
It's being reported as real.
It is, yes.
A lot of outlets have reported that as real, but
Yep.
that doesn't necessarily mean it is either. So
Yeah, scroll down, Bob. There it is. The picture's at the bottom there.
No,
Yeah.
that's a
This is the text chain. Let me find the other one. There we go.
There you go. So that's the picture. Pop that up on screen there. Yeah. Look at that fucking guy, dude. I mean, it's... fucking Pete Davidson, dude.
It could be any bed, to be honest. She's not in the picture. I would have liked that.
So here's where we at as far as like this fame bullshit goes and this stupid shit online. It was announced 2 hours ago that Pete Davidson is going to space next week with fucking Bezos on one of those fucking Blue Origin rockets.
Maybe he'll-
Respect.
maybe he'll stay there because I've never. It's like Adam Sandler. Then Jimmy Fallon kind of mimicked him and got famous, even though he has no actual talent at all. And then Pete Davidson is just like, yeah, I'm that guy now. But doesn't do anything. He's not funny. His stand-up sucks. His acting sucks. And he looks like he's on fucking crack all the time. Like,
So
why the fuck
strange,
does
dude.
anybody pay any attention to this dude?
well, he's putting together a Derek Jeter type run.
It's insane. You're right. I was trying to think of his hit list because I didn't know he was fucking Ariana Grande too.
That's
Yeah,
where
they
he
were
started.
engaged.
That was the.
That was like who he dated.
What the fuck, dude? His list, you're right, dude. It's starting to mirror Jeter. And Derek Jeter is one of the greatest goddamn baseball players to ever live.
That's where the huge D rumors came out. It was from her. But then people were like, she's got small
the
hands.
big dick energy.
Well, she's got tiny hands. She's a tiny human in real life, like really tiny. So
I can't imagine caring less about any of this.
About Skeet Davidson?
Any of these people.
Well,
Kanye or Pete Davidson or fucking the Kardashians especially.
So here's what I find odd about all of it in general is you can kind of get a name for exactly like you said, not being very talented really at anything.
You're just filling a role that's existed institutionally, even though you suck at it.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre.
And now that affords him the privilege to go to space. Like, I'd fucking kill to go to space. I think that'd be amazing. The fact that you can just date somebody and then go to space like 2 months later is fucking nuts to me. Because when did they get together? Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago? And now he's going to space? Like, he couldn't afford that on his own. I think those trips are going for $250,000 a piece.
That's a great dick.
If it's a
gotta
quarter
be.
mil, he can afford it.
At this point, he should just get Blue Origin tattooed on his dick. Because that's amazing, dude. His dick is going to get him to space. And that's something I'll never be able to say in this life.
That is every man's dream. If their dick could take them to space.
That's definitely not my dream.
Really?
No.
You're a
If
big
somebody
space
said,
guy,
hey,
though.
dude, pull out your dick, and if we like it, we're going to send you to space.
Yeah.
You should do it?
That's a non sequitur. My dick is irrelevant.
Fun fact:
Maybe.
the Challenger exploded because space was like, "Whoa, there's someone without a dick on here."
Yeah, you can't send women to space,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
It was like they got stopped at the door.
Like, did you even read the fucking Bible? It says it right there. Hell no.
Hell no,
No
man.
bitches, man.
No women in space, brother. Yeah, but his big dick, dude, is going to get him to fucking space, man. I can't believe it. Every day I see more
If
and more shots.
it's not just his dick. If that were the case, somebody actually mentioned him up here, Made Sports Marketing. Screech would have got to the fucking space because he had a hog on him.
Did he really?
And he made a porn with these two fucking chicks.
I didn't see the porn. Can you, Bob, do you have any images
Screech
of
has
Screech
he's got like a 10-inch dong. for
Shut
real.
the fuck
or
up.
had. He's fucking dead now, right?
from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah. Screech is dead,
R.I.P.,
right?
dude. Yeah, he's dead.
Speaking of dead, William Hurt died
I
today.
know, that sucks.
And Scott Hall from Hall and Nash
Yep.
is on life support, but they're going to take him off later today.
From hip surgery.
Yeah, hip surgery. That's
Weird.
a weird one.
Yeah.
That's a weird one, man.
Yeah, there might be a lawsuit coming there.
It might be.
It's invasive, depending if they have to shave parts of it.
Yeah, so have you ever seen a hip
Shave the hip? No, I
No,
haven't.
so a hip replacement, they cut into the side of your hip, and they saw the top of your femur off, right? And then they have this spike that they hammer down into your femur that replaces the ball at the top.
No shit.
Yeah, it's fucked.
You can't hammer a razor. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and his hair probably. I mean, honestly, how hygienic was his hair?
It was amazing.
Well, it was amazing, but not hygienic.
No, not at all.
On the other hand, William Hurt won an Oscar.
He was
for,
fucking great and everything was. He was nominated for 4 Oscars.
Yeah.
Won one.
He only won the one for History of Violence.
No, it was
No.
for Kiss of a Spider Woman.
Yeah.
Shit, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Kiss of the Spider Woman.
The Big Chill. He was fucking amazing in The Big Chill.
He's amazing in a lot of
I know.
shit.
He's one of the best. Whose dick is that you keep showing me on screen there, Bob?
Screech.
Is that Screech's dick?
Yeah,
Through the
I'm
boxers?
trying to get Dustin. Yeah, this is the one that I'm.
Fuck, you're right, dude. What a
Yeah.
goddamn hog on
That's,
that guy.
that's not a great representation.
He made like an amateur porn. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So
Good for him. Shit. I wonder if they buried that dick separately. That thing's deserves its own casket.
what did he die from? Did he have cancer?
I think he had cancer, yeah. It was pretty quick.
It is died last-
By the way, same with William Hurt. Not that I want to compare the two because acting-wise, probably Screech has that one.
Well, Screech has the better professional wrestling career for sure, because he was a part.
Was he in it?
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
Fuck, it all ties together. Scott Hall, Screech, William Hurt. Huge dick.
Screech
Pete
had
Davidson.
small cell carcinoma of the lungs.
Yeesh.
Yep.
Was that lung cancer?
Yeah.
Man. He was gone pretty quickly, though. I know they tried to line him up for that reboot, try to pop him in there as a cameo towards the end. And
He was
too late.
diagnosed in January last year and died on February 1st, so it wasn't long.
I think I might know how he got it. He appears to have been sucking farts in his sex tape.
Who? Oh, she's in Screech's sex tape?
Is that a tube in the girl's butt?
Yeah.
No, that's a female hand.
Well, he didn't have to. He doesn't set up his own fucking ass tubes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
rich.
That's
somebody
also
else
not a
is doing
tube. That's
that.
just a dildo.
No.
No,
That's a tube. That looks like a tube.
Zoom in. Is that a tube?
That
Bob, I wonder if you can zoom out of the ass and just frame the hand, and then we can show that part to the audience because it looks like a tube to me.
That's the best I can do.
All right, do that.
Is that doable?
Yeah, you can't tell what that is.
Yeah, I
You can't
guess.
tell what that is.
Yeah.
That's a tube. That's a tube.
I think
for
that's a
sure.
tube.
That looks like a bong.
Team tube.
Yeah.
But how do you know it's he's trying to get stuff out and not in?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like gerbils or
Yeah.
you know,
Large douche.
Yeah.
I don't know which way that street runs.
gold Kruger rands maybe if he's trying to smuggle them.
Goldfish.
I don't know because they'll melt.
Yeah, those will melt. But
Oh, you mean actual or the cracker?
The actual.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, what would be the purpose?
yeah, because
swimming around in
and
there?
here's why you need a
yeah,
helper
maybe.
in that situation because the gerbil you got to put in the freezer, so it dies and then comes back to life inside your asshole. So like somebody's got to run to the freezer. So I understand this.
No.
Yes.
You're fucking up with the gerbil because gerbils have teeth. The fish does not have
but
teeth.
it goes inside of a balloon. That's why. So then you pull the balloon out.
Just put a crab in there.
Oof. Oh God, dude.
Like a hermit crab.
They're like pensing around and shit.
Remember those little cages you used to get at the shore as a kid with the hermit
Yeah.
crab in it? Imagine that, dude, during sex. Bring in the hermit crab. It's time for that to be inserted into my beehole.
Gigi says, thank God for headphones. First of all, there is no God. And second of all, make sure those headphones are Raycon. Buy Raycon.com/Drinkin'
Drinkin' Bros. Oh,
If you're going to
boy.
listen to us put crabs in our butt, you're going to do it in
Man,
Raycons.
because you read the title of these episodes and you're like, oh, this might be serious, and then it's going to veer off towards tubes inside people's assholes, and then what kind of animal / shellfish.
I'm surprised that walrus stick hasn't been used yet here in the office.
Well,
Where
who's
is
to say
it?
It hasn't. It's right there.
Is it back there?
Speaking of weird shit with animals, I had Jay Photoshop me as Putin riding a bear. Remember that shirt?
Oh, yeah.
That thing, and it's got an eagle flying through, and I'm holding a gun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
Put it online.
Maybe.
The new bro boxes are dope. I just got mine yesterday.
Mine hasn't come yet.
Oh, mine came on Saturday actually.
I think it's supposed to be here today.
I got it. It's fucking awesome, dude. Big fan of it. Man, I'm scrolling through here. All these fucking... again, back to the social media, fucking war on social media. It's just endless stories that keep popping up. Do you think these are bots, by the way, who are
Yes.
just fucking regenerating all this shit?
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can send it so we can put it up on screen. Give me a sec.
That'd be awesome. Text us to Bobby. Because I feel like a lot of these are just bots running the same shit over and over and over again. And again, it's so fucking hard to tell what's real and what's false on here. That's why we have that fake news show on Thursday, because most of this seems fake, but then occasionally you get some real shit in there.
Is there a computer over there I can airdrop to?
Yeah, you can airdrop to Ross's iMac.
Okay,
Okay.
there you go.
Got it.
It's from Gab, but it's a fucking video of what's effectively a data farm where a bunch of phones and shit are
Oh,
hooked up.
shit.
Yeah. And that's who you're talking to on Twitter. So if you're getting mad at 8 a.m. on Twitter thinking that somebody's making a dumb point that a human being could never make, that's who it is. So fucking relax. If they have if they're following 400 people and have 12 followers,
Yeah.
that's who you're talking to right there.
So explain this. You don't need a human to operate any of this shit?
No, it's AI and fucking data servers.
No shit.
Yes, it's fucked up. That's
Man.
how advanced some of this shit is getting.
But Twitter has to know,
Certainly, yeah.
and they just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Daily active users, baby.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money.
That's
God
how they
damn
make.
it,
They
man.
make seriously. Their money is directly tied to how many people use their service.
But
on
how
a
is
daily
this
basis.
not illegal? Again, pop that up, Bob. That's fucking nuts, dude.
It's
I've
not
never
a-
seen this actually.
It's not about legal or not. It's happening outside of the jurisdiction of the country that they reside
got it. And they don't give a shit.
in. No.
If they truly gave a shit about disinformation, you would nuke all these accounts. You could do it in a second.
Yeah, it would be pretty easy.
It'd be bad for your bottom line.
Well, I
guess.
don't. It's still just a game of whack-a-mole.
To some degree, right? I mean, you can write an algorithm. If you can program AI to do it, you can program AI to fight it. So
Yeah. Weird story here over the weekend. A woman stabbed her date in Las Vegas in a hotel room. She said in retaliation for the U.S. drone strike, that killed the Iranian leader.
Soleimani?
Yes. So a woman is accused of stabbing her date that she met online in retaliation for the death against Soleimani, according to court. Her name is Nika Nikobin. That's a little counterintuitive.
What's her nationality?
21. She looks Middle Eastern.
What's her name? Nico?
Nico.
Nico.
I will see if Bob can pull it up. I'm sorry, Nika. Nika. Nikoubin. She's 21, faces charges of attempted murder, battery with a deadly weapon. She met the victim online at Plenty of Fish. People still use that?
I actually found out at a comedy show last night. It was Jonathan Kite and a bunch of other people that Plenty of Fish is a Christian dating site.
No shit.
I never knew that. Is it?
I think Jared was on that
I
for a
thought
long
Plenty
time.
of. That's what they were saying.
Christian Mingle has like a fish logo.
Maybe, or
No,
maybe
it-
Plenty of Fish sold and can,
Yeah. This is her.
That's her. That's a great picture. Her mugshot is, that doesn't look anything like her. But yeah, so.
This happened in Lubbock, by the way.
It says, while in the room, the pair began engaging in sexual activity.
She's from Lubbock.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
She's from Lubbock. And she put a blindfold over the victim. She turned off all the lights. And then several minutes later, he felt a pain in the side of his neck. And she stabbed him in the neck and then screamed out for revenge against U.S. troops for the killing of Soleimani in 2020, the police wrote in their report. That's probably the best revenge, right? Just call somebody online off of fucking... I'm kidding. Stupid as shit.
She was listening to a song called Grave Digger.
Really?
At the
That's
time.
Dave Matthews.
Grave digger.
Won't you dig my grave?
So
Would
weird.
you make it shallow?
Doesn't say what her ethnicity is, but I'm guessing it's something Persian, maybe. Maybe she's Iranian.
That's
I don't know.
weird, man. Yeah, she said she wanted revenge, and she listened to the song Grave Digger that gave her the motivation to carry out revenge. I know that song. It's not really about revenge. It's just a guy who wants to die in a shallow grave so he can feel the rain.
I just thought he liked digging graves.
Or unless it might be the monster truck guy, Grave Digger, maybe it was his theme song. Then that would be rad, where it's like, all right, cool.
She is Nikobin is an Iranian name.
Well, there you go. I mean, I'm not sure what attachment she had to Soleimani, considering she grew up in Texas. Isn't that
Love
weird?
it.
This is why I always talk shit to women who wear fucking niqabs and hijabs in America. They're like, oh, it's part of their culture, and they're choosing to do it. You're wearing as a fucking fashion item to get something, I guess, some kind of social currency, what is used to oppress women all over the world. And you live in America, and you have this, like, fucking infant-level fetish with your parent home, your fucking Iranian home, like they're fucking some kind of cool place to live. If you lived there, they would be fucking your ass up on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Any of the shit you do on a daily basis, they would light your ass the fuck up for it. But you're willing to stab some random dude in the neck who had nothing to do with that because of Soleimani, who, by the way, has been killing people since the early 80s. He was involved in the fucking Beirut bombings in 1983, for Christ's sake. And he's the architect of the Sunni-Shia alliance against the West. He's one of the biggest pieces of shit on earth.
And women have no rights in Iran, so what's the hopes and dreams behind that?
We've
'Cause
got to
you
get
can
Sharia
certainly
law
go back.
going, man.
Yeah.
We got to get it going so I don't have to, wear shorts.
Yeah,
I guess I don't,
get-
or
like, what's the
drive,
fucking-
or vote,
vote.
own property, or be alive if I talk back to a man. I guess that's what she wants. Hopefully, fucking she, doesn't make it.
Don't you have to cover your face over there
I don't know.
if you're a female?
Yes, it is pretty
Okay.
rough over there. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, speaking of pretty rough, as far as the supply chain goes and everything else, trucks are at a shortage a lot. Well, cars in general are at a shortage. Ford is going to start shipping their Ford Explorers, which are still their number one seller, along with the F-150s, without the parts, and then they're going to add them later. That doesn't seem like that great of an idea.
Without what parts?
It depends.
Skateboards, I heard about that. It's like cheaper and easier it's like an axis, wheels, rims, and certain parts of the chassis, and then the rest of it can be like
No
done,
shit.
done later. Yeah.
Is that what we are? We're just gonna send like, oh hey, here's half a car, and then come back in, and we'll put the parts on later.
Well, you want to see what your down payment got you, and then what it could be when you get it later.
So they're selling kit cars now.
No, I think they're just selling them like to dealers and places. Like they're shipping them places, they're shipping them to other things, like not fully finished.
That's stupid.
Great. 'Cause that's exactly what I want to do is go in and put my fucking life savings down on a car that I'm only going to get half of it. Fucking A, dude.
Insane.
We're all fucked here in this country. We're just absolutely fucked. My God, man. How's Keegan Bradley doing here? What do we got?
One back. Cam Smith's got the lead right now.
What hole?
Cam is on 12. Keegan, I think, is on 14.
Okay.
He's on 15.
He's on 15. All right. We got a shot at this. Again, a lot of money in the office on this today. A lot of money. And if you lose, Delco, well, obviously we're pinning this on you, and we expect you to pay us all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The $20 that you bet.
The $20. We all want it.
Actually, you want the retail. You want the 3,000 you were going to get.
Yeah.
So, sorry. You're gonna have to write that off on your K1.
I think all of us. I mean, literally, did every single person in the office? Nick, you bet this too, right? Yeah, we all bet this fucking thing.
He also took him in the top 20.
Well, he's
I don't
definitely
do
gonna
top
get that
20s. Yeah, you'll
Well, he should,
get
yeah.
that.
So it'll be top 20, and then also 150 to 1, I think, is what we got him at.
Yes.
What was the top 20? The top
20
was,
bucks plays off at 3.
The top 20 was still probably like 15 to 1, right?
I think it was like 4 to 1.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking A, dude. Now's the point in the show where we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. I'm actually going to give it to Nick's girlfriend, Sarah Heller, the famous Sarah Heller. If you're not on Drinkin' Bros. So we have a bunch of private Facebook groups on Drinkin' Bros. Drinkin' Bros. Sports is one of them, obviously. Drinkin' Bros. Dads, I mean, you name it. There's grilling. The main group is m.a.i.n. You can join that as well. Sarah's been one of our biggest supporters for years and years. Also, Nick's girlfriend. We are building the new studio out off of 290 here in Austin, Texas. And Lloyd Burke, one of our other big listeners on the show, had to redo the entire ceiling. It's an older building, and we're rejuvenating it and needed a little help over the weekend to get the job done. We obviously pay everybody. And Sarah, a woman volunteered, Sarah Heller, dude. She's like, dude, I'll fucking go out there and do it. So, Sarah Heller, you are our Drinkin' Bro-ette of the week. We appreciate the help on the new office. We should be in there, I would say, by August.
Yeah.
We're getting close. Getting real close. Floors will be next. And
It might be a little bit before that. We'll see.
I hope so.
We also got to get the internet and shit because it's not. We need like what's essentially a T1 line, and we have to get it run. And it could technically be up to 3 months, but they said they could get it done a lot sooner.
That's fine.
than that.
Ross, so basically what this is they're going to like run us a line from the town's internet source and they just plug us into that.
Great.
Like the big router in the sky.
Is it better or worse?
It's probably going to be worse.
No,
Is it really?
No, it's going to be bad. It's gonna be
No,
bad.
it's like 1,000 up and down.
Yeah, but it's just right into that town's big magical Ethernet pot. That
Yeah,
they got,
yeah.
You know, that keeps all
Yeah,
the internet.
the one that they could fucking distribute to people right now, and nobody would have to pay for internet.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And the other thing we're working on is a bar on that property. You said you found a guy?
We'll see. We're talking to a
I
couple
hope
people
so, yeah.
actually. Yeah.
A few people have written in saying, hey, I want to do it.
Send me your resume.
Well, we did. This one guy did today, but he's like, hey, I got a wife and 3 kids. Is this paying over 6 figures to run the bar? I was like, it'd be a big boy salary to run the bar.
Well, technically, yes.
yeah.
And points in the bar. Like
Points in the bar.
yeah.
All right.
So
All right. I didn't know that. But I'm amped about it. Jared was out here. We were surveying the property, and we're gonna try to open up the bar and sell the seltzer there and lead slingers. Danny's got tequila, right?
yes,
Yeah.
It's from the same
Danny Warsnop.
producer that Ledslinger stuff comes from.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Fuck, and they're in Oklahoma, so
Yep.
that's an easy ship. That freight is pretty cheap to go down here. That'd be fucking rad. If those two are our wells, goddamn, dude, that'd be
Yeah, That's what it'll be. I
Best.
mean, it'll be Lead Slingers and Danny's Tequila will be our wells, and obviously we'll have the cider. We'll have the seltzer there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty dope, yeah.
That'd be dope. And then we've got the fucked up cans. People said they want them, so we're going to try to figure out a way to fill them and get them out there. We certainly have the storage now, which is nice out there.
Yeah.
With 2 buildings on that property. We appreciate you joining us today. Flip over to Drinkin Bros Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel as well. We're going to go live here in about 15 minutes for the Monday morning recap show that we always do right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're getting geared up for that. A lot of crazy shit that happened over the weekend. Going to talk about Naomi Osaka's new meltdown, which is a fun thing, along with March Madness picks and Tom Brady coming back. So join us over there. And as always, go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. As well as Spotify. Spotify's open, dude. They got reviews, so just click a 5-star. You don't have to write anything on there. But that's all the advertisers really give a shit about, which helps keep the lights on. So we greatly appreciate that. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.